Have you ever wondered if it's possible to run a luxury hotel where every room is absolutely spotless, but you're using, say, half the usual amount of water and chemicals? It might sound like something out of a futuristic movie, but it's not. Today, we're going to dive into how artificial intelligence is making this a reality in hotel housekeeping operations right now. And this isn't about flashy robots. It's about a fundamental shift in how we think about efficiency and responsibility in the hospitality industry.
Hello, and a very warm welcome. I'm an expert in hotel AI, and I've spent my career right at the heart of modern hospitality operations. It's a real pleasure to welcome all of you students from the Europe Hotel School as you start this online learning journey. We're going to explore some ideas that are absolutely shaping the future of our industry.
So, let's lay out our roadmap. First, we'll talk about why sustainability has become so critical for hotels. Then, we'll take a look at the environmental footprint of traditional housekeeping. After that, we'll get into the exciting part, how AI offers a much smarter approach. We'll see it in action, check out the data, and finally, we'll discuss what all this means for you and your future career. Sound good? Let's begin. Okay, let's start with the big picture. Sustainability, it's not just a nice-to-have anymore, is it? It's a non-negotiable part of the business. And if you think about where a hotel makes its biggest environmental impact, well, it's right at the center of housekeeping operations. This is the very heart of the hotel, and it's where we have the greatest opportunity to make a real difference.
Now, before we jump into the solution, we really need to understand the problem. For decades, the way hotels have approached cleaning has been, well, let's be honest, it's been pretty resource-intensive. It's a challenge the industry has been grappling with for a long time, and it's one that really forces us to think differently.
Let's break that down. We're talking about enormous amounts of water for things like laundry and cleaning. We're talking about all the chemicals used every day. Then there's the energy, vacuums, lighting, HVAC systems, and of course, the waste that's generated. When you multiply that across thousands of hotels day after day, the environmental cost really starts to add up.
Now, of course, hotels have tried to improve things with better training and new policies. But the thing is, those approaches, they often lacked precision and consistency. Think about it. Relying on manual procedures alone meant you could have one housekeeper doing things perfectly, while another might be using too much water or too much chemical cleaner. The result was just inconsistency across the board.
So, you have this major challenge of waste and inefficiency. This is where the story pivots, because now we're introducing a new intelligence into hotel operations. We're talking about artificial intelligence, and believe me, it is a complete game changer.
So, what exactly is AI-powered housekeeping? Well, it's not about replacing people with robots. Instead, think of it as a data-driven framework. It's a system that uses information to make smarter decisions. And the beauty of it is that it lets hotels achieve two goals at once. They can drastically reduce their environmental impact while still delivering the highest standards of cleanliness that guests expect.
This chart here really lays it all out. On one side, you have the old way, uniform protocols for every room, mostly based on assumptions. It was often inconsistent and relied on manual checks. But on the other side, with AI, you get something totally different. You get differentiated, smart schedules based on real-time data. The application is precise, it's consistent, and the optimization is automated. It's a move from guesswork to intelligence.
Okay, that's the high-level concept. But how does this actually play out in the day-to-day operations of a hotel? Let's pull back the curtain and see how AI truly optimizes what the housekeeping team does every day.
It really comes down to a three-step process. First, the AI system analyzes all kinds of data, things like occupancy patterns, guest profiles, and how long they're staying. Then, based on that analysis, it creates smart, customized cleaning schedules for different rooms. And finally, it helps deploy resources precisely, making sure that just the right amount of chemicals, energy, and water are used.
Let me give you some real-world examples. Imagine a guest is only staying for one night. Does their room need a full deep clean after they check out? Probably not. The AI can schedule a reduced service. Or it can trigger smart dosing systems that dispense the exact amount of chemical needed for a room's size and condition. It can even coordinate with the building's energy systems to power down lights and AC when a room is vacant. It's that kind of detail that makes all the difference.
So, let's step up to the management level. What does this mean for hotel leaders? Well, this is a massive shift away from guesswork and toward data-driven accountability. Managers are no longer just hoping things are running efficiently, they have the hard data to see exactly what's happening.
And just look at this chart. The visual tells the story better than I can. You can see the dramatic reduction in chemical use and water consumption when you compare traditional methods to AI-optimized ones.
We're not talking about a few percentage points here. These are significant, measurable improvements that impact both the environment and the hotel's bottom line.
You see, having this kind of data creates transparency. It allows managers to fine-tune their operations for maximum excellence. And, just as importantly, it provides the verifiable proof they need for corporate sustainability reports. There's no more guessing or estimating, just clear, factual data.
All right, let's bring this all back to you. As the next generation of hospitality leaders, what does this all mean for your career? Well, you are stepping into an industry that is becoming smarter, more data-driven, and more responsible than ever before. This isn't just a new tool, it's a new way of thinking.
And if there's one thing I want you to take away from our time today, it's this. The most crucial point is that AI finally allows hotels to perfectly balance impeccable guest service with true environmental responsibility. It proves you don't have to sacrifice one for the other. You can and should have both.
This is precisely why understanding these systems is now a core skill for any modern hospitality manager. It's no longer a niche topic. And that's why leading institutions like the Europe Hotel School are integrating this knowledge directly into their programs to make sure you are prepared for the realities and opportunities of the industry you're about to lead.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. As you move forward in your careers, this powerful technology will be in your hands. How will you use it? How will you leverage data to define what the next generation of luxury and sustainability really looks like? The future of hospitality is yours to shape. Thank you.